Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. I didn't upload anything about the bus for the past maybe 10 or 11, 12 months even, I'm not sure. But this is because there was nothing to say about the bus. In my last episode I said that I have called few body shops and I'll be taking the bus to a local body shop. And that's what happened. And but as you're going to see in a minute or so, when I do a walk around on the bus, it didn't go so well. What I mean by that is that, okay, let me start from the beginning because it's a bit of a messy story. When I was looking for body shops, I called maybe 15 body shops around the country. I live in Bulgaria, and 70% of them told me no, we don't deal with old buses simply because it's a lot of work, they take up space, and you're not making a big of a profit out of it. There were others that told me a ridiculous price just so I can walk away, which is what happened, because I had two body shops that called at me for 10,000 euros or so, and to be honest, I can still find a bus in a really decent shape for 10,000 euros, just buy it and do nothing on it. But that's not the whole point. And then I got 2 or 3 quotes that were decent prices. But yeah, but one of them was like, it's going to be ready in 12 months because we're currently packed. Other one was, well, it's going to vary. It's going to be between 2,000 and 5,000 euros, and they sounded really, I don't know, they sounded sketchy. And there was this guy that told me, hey, it's going to cost you 2,000 euros. I'm going to do it in 3 months. You just need to cover the expenses for materials, and you need to buy your body panels. So he wanted 2,000 euros just for the labor, which sounded about right. I mean, it's a fair price because he had to replace like 4 or 5 panels. I'm going to show you in a bit which panels are replaced. And we shook hands, I agreed. And for the next 2 months after I gave him the bus, everything was going well. He was working on it. He was sending me pictures. He also told me that I can go and see the bus whenever I wanted to. I can take pictures. I can tell him if I don't like something. And as I said, that's what happened for the first 2 months. He was working on the bus. I went there 2 times. I took pictures. I told him, hey, can you take a look at that? Can you fix that? Or asked him a bunch of questions how this is going to, how a body panel is going to turn out. He was responsive, and I was quite happy. I was like, okay, I found a guy. He's going to make my bus perfect. Yeah, but this is when everything goes downhill. So after the third month, he got really sketchy. He started avoiding my calls. Summer came in Bulgaria and he started making excuses. First, he was like, okay, I'm going to go on a 15-day vacation. I'm not going to work on the bus. After that, he had some health injury or something. I don't know. He didn't work on the bus for another 15 days. After that, he told me that his kid got sick, which I can totally understand. He didn't work on the bus for maybe another 2 weeks or 16, 17 days. I don't know. Now we're at the end of the summer, where there already been like 5 months. 5 months passed since I gave him the bus, and nothing was touched after everything I saw on the second month. So it turns out that 3 months he didn't touch the bus. And you know, we're people. I can understand him going on vacation. I can understand him having health issues. I can understand his kid getting sick. I can understand all of that. But for the entire time, he was avoiding my phone calls. He was not responsive. And I went in there and I talked to him and I was like, okay, just tell me the truth. Are you going to work on my bus, or I should look for someone else? And he told me, no man, I'm really sorry, stuff happened, I'm going to work on your bus and I'm going to make it work. So I was like, okay, I'll give the guy a second chance. And months started passing by. We're already in September. He told me, hey, I'm almost entirely done with the bodywork. I have just to button up a few welds and I'm completely done with the bodywork. Then I'm going to paint primer on the bus and we can then paint the bus. My idea was to paint it with a Raptor paint because I wanted to have this matte feel and I want it to be, you know, protected because I'm planning to go in bushes and whatnot with the bus. I don't want the paint to get scratched. I don't want it to get dinged. I wanted some protection on the bus. But as I said, we're already in September. I went in, took a look at the bus, and indeed there were a few welds that needed to be buttoned up. He needed to sand all the weld spots to flatten them down, and there were some stuff that he forgot about to do. He forgot to do that I requested him to do, and I was like, okay, can you fix those stuff, take care of the welds, just prepare them, you know, sand them, whatever. And he was like, yeah, it's going to take me a month to do that. So another month passes by. We're already end of October. I went in to see the bus, and when I say nothing was changed, nothing was changed. He didn't touch the bus for the entire month. From this point, I was almost 90% sure that I wanted to take the bus, but he talked me down again. He was like, I'm sorry, man, you know, I've been doing other jobs. As you can see, I have a lot of cars in my yard and I've been going back and forth between other projects. And I'm like, yeah, but you took this project and you said it's going to take 3 months. I mean, if you're working on other stuff, this means you're not prioritizing my project and you're simply scattered all over the place. You're not going to finish my bus, you're not going to finish that guy's car, you're not going to finish that guy's car in time. What's happening? And he told me, no, I'm going to call you in 2 weeks and the bus is going to be all primered. We're going to be at the stage where it's ready for paint. And I was like, okay, what are 2 weeks for the past 7 months I've waited? Another 2 weeks. He called me in 2 weeks and now we're getting into present times. I went maybe middle or more towards the end of November and the bus was looking like it's looking now. I'm going to show you as much as I can because I'm in a really tight spot here. The bus was primered, but I've never seen a shittier job in my life. I mean, I'm not a painter, I'm not a body shop guy. I don't know how to do half of this stuff, but I've painted my car before, I know how it should look, and this is not it. So basically he sprayed primer on top of unfinished welds. He didn't do half of the things I asked him to do. The bus is, at the moment, at present times, it's not even fully welded up. The panels are not fully welded. He spray painted primer simply so he can bullshit me, so he can be like, you see, things are moving, we have primer on the bus. But he actually did me a really bad favor because when I started looking around, started poking the panels and everything, I saw that welds are missing. He didn't weld up half of the panels. He simply put primer on top of it. He did a really shitty job masking around the windows, the door handles and so on. And in general, he did a really shitty job. And this was the breaking point for me. I told him, hey, look, I'm going to take my bus and I'm not going to pay the rest of the money we agreed on. I simply want all the parts that you took off, I want them thrown into my bus. I'll come and take the bus. And long story short, that's happened. There were a few things in between that. He was not answering his phone, he was not responsive. It took me maybe a month just to take the bus because, yeah, as I said, he was not picking up his phone. So from middle of November, I took the days 2 days after Christmas, I took the bus. So I took it on the 27th of December. And as you can imagine, those are like 40 days in which I was just trying to get in touch with him to take my bus. And he wasted another month and a half of my time. But eventually I took it. I parked it in a friend's yard. I have a friend that owns scrapyard, and he let me park it here until we figure out what are our next steps. And now what I'm going to do a walk around the bus, see what I can show you, what I can't, and we'll go from there with what the future holds and how much time I'm going to need to fix all the fixing that this body guy did. So yeah, let's first do a bit of a walk around on the bus, and we can start from right here. As you can see, we have all of this drippage everywhere on the bus. This is basically primer, which I know this is going to be sanded and all of this is going down, but come on man, most probably he did it out of the spray can. Really shitty job at masking stuff. As you can see here, he almost did no masking around the seals. This entire part is primered and it shouldn't be, as well with this top piece. You can see the shitty masking job he did around the windows. He didn't even roll down the front windows. So yeah, really professional masking job. Let me show you some of the... He told me that he cleaned the welds right here because this was repaired at some point, and you can see right here the rough edges. I don't know what he cleaned, but I don't think he repaired the footwell. It's not ideal, but it's going to do the job. It's simply not pretty. You see all the welds. I'll try to move stuff around so I can show you the four. This is the repair he did on the four. I mean, I'm not a welder, I don't work in a body shop, but I'm almost certain that I can do better welds than that. Moving back, nothing was done to the sliding door. He simply, yet again, did a shitty job masking around it. As you can see. And now we come to the good stuff. This entire panel was replaced. This is a brand new panel. I have to give him credit that he lined the panel pretty good. All the edges and all the body lines are matching, but now look at that. If I grab the panel, I can move it by hand and you can clearly see where the cut is, and he didn't weld that, he simply primered over it. So most probably he welded somewhere to here, around here, and going down there's no welds. This entire thing is moving and it needs to be welded. It's too tight for me to go and show you there, but basically same story. This is moving down there, no welds. Here around the sliding door mechanism, you can see he primered all over. This is some type of body sealer or something. He didn't strip down the body sealer, he just primered it, and this turned it into stone. I don't know how the hell I'm going to remove that, but yeah, this is what he did. Now going around the other side, those are one of the things I asked him to repair, because you can see someone did a really shitty job at mounting the truck mirrors. There are 5 holes and 3 of them need to be welded shut. He didn't do that, he completely forgot about that. Moving to the driver's side, nothing was done here on the seat belt. He simply left it the way it is. This doesn't need repair, it just needs some grinding down. He told me that he repaired the driver footwell. He didn't. This is the old one. Then he did this patch piece right here. As again, you can see really shitty welds, they're rusting once again. He also did a small patch right here. Also, if you can see the gas pedal right there, he replaced this piece right here. He welded around it, and as you can see, the welds, the quality of the welds, most probably I can do better welds than that. I know it might be harsh to say that, it might sound that I'm making fun of someone's work, but if this is your work, the quality of your work, I mean, yeah. So going down this side, this entire panel was replaced, same as the other side, this one, the big one. And here we have better access, so I can show you. Do you see that? The entire panel, almost half of it is not welded to the body. It needs to be like so. And there are gaping holes inside the body. Let me show you over there. I don't know if you can see that. Do you see the gape? The gapage? Yep. This little panel was replaced right here, this one, and it was replaced on the other side as well. I think he fully welded those because they're not moving, but yet again, this one is. Going on the back, there was a bent in the rear door right here, and all he did, I don't know if you see, but that's Bondo. I can break it away with my finger because when I push, it's moving. So yeah, this is the current state of the bus. And now you might be wondering what's next. At this point, my buddy that owns the scrapyard, he said that he's going to take a look at the bus, see if he can help me with the welds. He might be able to do it, he might not. He's a professional welder, by the way, but I don't think he ever welded cars. He's more in the metalwork and fabrication business. He said it shouldn't be too difficult for him, and he's going to take a look. From that point on, I need to find someone to paint it, assuming that my buddy will be able to weld all the stuff that are not welded. And from another issue that I saw, I missed an entire part of the story, that from the point that he was not answering his phone between November and Christmas, I went to his shop to look out for him to see if he's there. He wasn't, and being Christmas, it was really snowing outside, it was rainy, and I found my bus sitting outside without windows the way you see it. There was no masking on the back windows. As you can see, it's like that. He didn't mask them, and maybe you can you figured it out the way I found the bus. There was snow inside and it was raining inside the bus. Even the front windows were rolled down. So my Go ST dash is not working. My front seats smell like mold. They're molded. And since the engine wasn't started for 9 months, 8 or 9 months, I think, now my engine is burning oil. It has issues starting. I'm not too mad about the engine because my plan is to replace this engine, but I wanted it to be able to move it back and forth, or at least move it around. For example, drive the bus to the painter and not pay 300 euros for a transportation service. But yeah, that's what's happened. So in a nutshell, this is what the future holds for the bus in the next 2 or 3 months. If my friend can weld all the stuff that needs welding. I'll then look for someone who can Raptor paint the bus, and from there, I mean, me and my girlfriend should be able to take care of the work inside the bus. I mean, I want to do my own cabinets, I want to do my own bed, I want to figure out the situation with the seats, because those are not the most comfortable seats I have inside, but they were good enough for at least for a year. Now I need to figure something out with them because they're moldy. And that's going to be for this video. I hope that I have more to share in the upcoming months, and thank you for watching.